with the City College team has always been a delightful experience. Those boys that came to the college understood in advance that they would uphold their academic work or they would not stay very long, because they had some problems up there, which I need not discuss at this time. But I will say that once they put their foot down, the boys realized that they had to stay up with their academic work or they were out. And there was no one there around to support him. They knew the score in advance, and here's the game, play it this way or leave. And to me, it was a joy, because after all, if the boys are putting out everything they can, they're enjoying the game, they're getting physical benefits, they realize the importance of holding their academic work, and as far as the college is concerned, it'll mean a great deal more to them than it did before I approached them.
You were one of the pioneers of the game. You said with the New York Celtics, you played with Joe Lapchick and those guys. What was it like traveling around, barnstorming around the country?
I'll tell you, as far as I'm concerned, the boys were a great team. They realized that it was like a fraternity. We were all together. We're in there to win games, and if we lost games, we had to examine the thing carefully, because every time we did well, and we're moving into the next town or 200 yards away, I would say that the important thing is to give them a good show, and that's what we did. We never embarrassed any team, but the boys fought hard in order to maintain their standards.
What do you think about the progress of the game today with the fast 24-second clock and pro ball, 45 seconds? It doesn't give the guys a chance to do much teamwork. If they do, they have to do it awfully fast.
Well, I'll tell you, whether I like it or not, it's there. And at the same time, I would say that those who are in power of the professional game, who read the papers and know what's going on and hear from the people that are writing and talking about the game, that they don't do something about it, it's their loss. If you're in business, you've got a product that's not functioning, you want to do something about it. Even though it was, you put it out and you thought it was the finest thing in the market, but if you can't sell it, your salesman can't sell it, you're foolish to hold on to it.
So therefore, it's important to have the fast-paced game, because that's what the people want.
If the people, when you say if the people want, if they're turning
the public wants it.
If they're turning out at the gate,
that's fine.
That answers all questions.
Today's athlete seems to be like a super breed compared to the guys years ago. They leap taller and a lot more acrobatic, let's say, than they were back in the 30s, 40s, and even the 50s. How do you think, is that good for the game?
I think so. I'll tell you why. I think the boys that are taller today are boys who were picked up in elementary school, high school, in clubs, where they were looking for big men. And if kid was growing, you could see he's going to be a big one. He's a member of a family that they got big ones there. And the first thing you know, he's approached, and he says, listen, I got a future for you. And then sometimes they give him money for scholarships, or they give the boy, the parent, to help the parent who needs a job. And in doing so with these little things, they finally get the little boy who's now a big boy.
Yeah.
They win him over. And that's salesmanship.
Now with us tonight, two great New York names. Nat Holman, the grand man of basketball. He'll celebrate his 95th birthday in October. He, too, was one of the great players on the original Celtics, winning the Eastern League Scoring Championship in 1921, just before joining the Celts. And when he finally arrived, the Celtics won 180 of 199 games in the next 3 years following Nat's arrival. 1927-28 team was 109 victories and 11 losses, and they never once played the Washington Generals. Never. It's a little Harlem Globetrotter joke there. Cry was break up the Celtics, and they did do that. So Nat went to teams in Syracuse and Chicago before coming home to CCNY as their coach for decades. Do I have that microphone? All right, we're going to do it this way. Nat Holman, congratulations to you. I have one question for you, Nat. Can you still dunk? Can you still dunk? Dunk. Okay. Nat says if he has the basket in front of him, he can still dunk. Nat Holman, ladies and gentlemen.